What's going on, everybody? My name is Cody, and this is a video that I recorded the other day, and it came to my attention that it didn't have audio on it, and so here I am again doing something. The last one was about 40 something minutes long, but I'm just going to try to cut it pretty close, short and sweet and everything. I shouldn't have to have made this video. I didn't want to have to make this video. I didn't care to make this video, but it needed to be done apparently. In case you guys weren't already aware, YouTube started changing pretty much overnight, not too long ago. Major YouTube personalities got the attention of multiple companies like Adidas, Nike, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all those kind of things, and they started pulling their ads away over things like people screaming about rape and murder and all that kind of stuff. And you know, YouTube is supposed to be a family-friendly platform for the most part, and so YouTube decided they were going to start demonetizing these people, or start making it to where it's harder to get monetized. They are making it harder for people to get into YouTube. And then the other day, when Logan Paul released his little trip through Agagahara Forest, better known as Suicide Forest, he recorded a person hanging from a tree and essentially was making fun of this person. Whether or not it was real is completely not important. He violated every term and condition that YouTube had, and YouTube said that they were going to kick him off of his network, get him off of YouTube, all that stuff, and they didn't. And so now they've imposed a rule that if you have less than 4,000 hours worth of view time in a 12-month period, consistent 12-month period, so every day makes another point in that 12-month, and have 1,000 subscribers, then you are SOL on your ad revenue. You don't get to be a partner anymore. And that's all well and good to some people, and other people it's horrible. You know, people that spent years and years and years trying to get up to that 1,000, and they haven't gotten there yet. You know, people have been YouTube even longer than I have. I'm not even at 700 subscribers. And I just checked, I've got about 2,500 hours worth of view time in the last 12 months. So I'm going to be kicked off of my network, and effective in February 20th, I believe, is when I lose all my ad revenue. And what tiny amount there is, the amount isn't what's important. The point is, YouTube is now stepping on the people that helped build them. YouTube used to be a no-name platform that people went on videos, like back when MySpace was #1 for uploading your videos, and Meet Me hadn't been created yet, Facebook wasn't really a thing yet, and YouTube just happened to be at the right place at the right time for digital media and everything to come along. But in the 12-13 years since then, they've lost sight of all this, and now they are basically just saying, unless you're like PewDiePie level or whatever, we don't care. Or if you don't upload consistently, if you don't have thousands of videos to make us make money off of you, we don't care about you. Honestly, I do think there should be a criteria, but when you're talking about a criteria like that, and if you dip at all, if you dip for even a day, you lose your monetization, and you have to get reviewed again, which means you have to wait over a month probably just to get reviewed. And if that's your only source of income, you're crap out of luck, you know, that kind of deal. And some of these bigger YouTubers are actually sitting there just saying, yeah, you totally should do that to these people. You should totally demonetize them. You should totally do all this sort of stuff. And the thing that they're not considering is they used to be a no-name too. They used to be a nobody. And you know, so my challenge is one of these. YouTube is going to keep making revenue off of your videos if you have uploaded any, but for your work, whatever amount of effort you put into it, you might have been spending months researching the stuff you're doing. You might have bought all these materials. You might have had a team work with you to make a video. You don't see a cent of that work. And the only way you can is with Patreon or PayPal or anything like that, without those, you don't get anything. And not everybody's on YouTube to make money. Backstory for you guys is, back when I was starting out in YouTube, I was terrified to be on YouTube. I was terrified to have my face seen by anybody, really. Like, I had crippling amounts of social anxiety. I am a diagnosed bipolar person, ADHD, bipolar, borderline personality problems. They put me through the ringer. And my psychiatrist, actually, and my counselor, they both said that I needed to get over the social anxiety, because everywhere I went, I felt like someone was watching me, thinking I was either going to try to steal their baby or rob the store or go on a rampage or something. And, nobody really thinks that way, but when you attack yourself, that's what happens. And so I started doing YouTube, like they said. You have a digital media training. You did photography and cinematography in school, so why don't you do that? And I said, whatever, I guess. And they're like, well, you're also techie, why don't you do tech videos and stuff? I'm like, okay. And you're a gamer, so why don't you do videos and stuff like that? Kids play Minecraft on YouTube all the time. I'm like, okay. And in the back of my mind, I was like, it's not going to work, it's not going to do anything. And I started doing it, and eventually I got approached by a very small network that said, hey, we can help get you bigger, blah 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 blah. And lo and behold, it was the Freedom Network, and I've been signed on with them since 2014, so 4 years of that. And I've been on YouTube for like 5, so it took me 5 years to get to where I am, because I have a baby in that room, in this room over here, and I have a fiance hanging out there playing Sims right now, and those are what put my YouTube stuff on the back burner. Like, I still do YouTube, I still edit videos, I still work my butt off to get some of this stuff out. There's just times there where I'm too distracted, or I'm just not in the right mental state to be uploading videos. Things to consider about these mental conditions that I mentioned I had. I can feel fine in one way, and in the other way I just don't feel like doing something. Like, I just flat out don't feel like I need to be doing something. Like, if I'm not being appreciated for what I'm doing, it's discouraging. If I don't see a result, it discourages me, and it's one of those things. It's an anxiety thing. I want people to notice what I've done. I want to be acknowledged for it. I want all this stuff. And you don't have to be here to watch that. You don't have to care about me at all. Like, I care, deep down, I care more about getting information out for people and amusing people. Like, half of my stuff is really stupid, and I know it, and I do it mostly so I can blow off steam and have fun, that kind of deal. And YouTube is basically saying, oh, people like you don't matter, even though you helped build us. And that's terrible. Like, that's absolutely god-awful terrible to do to somebody. And, like, I never expected to make money on YouTube. I never expected to get very far. But for the 680 subscribers I have right now, I appreciate every single one of them. If you're one of them, I appreciate you. And these people that are telling us that the little guys don't matter, they couldn't tell you more than 100 of their subscribers probably. They wouldn't be able to mention them by name. They wouldn't be able to do anything. They probably wouldn't even be able to count how many subscribers they gain or lose in a day without looking at Google Analytics. And I'm always looking at my analytics. I see what videos are more popular than others, and I try to shift towards those. And in fact, I have a playlist of my most popular videos, the ones that it's a two-fold thing. One, it's the videos that have the highest ad revenue, yes, but they are also the videos that have the most views. So I did it based on the amount of views and the average watch time. There's a whole bunch of analytics there, and I put that list together because those videos are like a showcase reel of my channel in a way. Like, it'll show you, oh, I can do something funny, I can do something informative, I can do something stupid, I can do something creative, all that kind of stuff. Like a normal human being, you would want to show people what your skill sets are. And since I'm not a niche channel, I'm not huge. I'm not a gigantic superstar on YouTube, and boils down to the matter of fact, I didn't get into YouTube right away like most of these really big people did. I didn't stick to one topic. I didn't stick to one genre. I didn't stick to anything. Like Markiplier, he got big playing horror games and scaring the crap out of himself. And you know what? That's fine. He's also branched out since then, and he's a fantastic person. He's appreciative of every view he gets. Like, he's recorded multiple videos of him crying, listening to people tell about how he affects their life. And he's a great person. Jacksepticeye too. They're so big, yet they still care about people. They want more people in the community, and those are the people that need to be in the community. And then all these unfortunate folks, they get screwed over, which, you know, these big people, like the ones that they magically got big overnight, probably by uploading one viral video and then not earning their audience. They uploaded one thing that people shared a bunch of times. They may have been huge on Facebook or something. You know, they could have been MySpace famous at one point, and that's how they got their fame and everything. These people don't appreciate their fans. They don't appreciate their subscribers, their viewers. All they're there for is to get a paycheck at the end of the month. And that is not how it should be. And that's my thing. All these people that have all the money in their pockets are stepping on all the little guys and stomping on corpses. And it's not fair. You know, a lot of you guys are going to be saying, get over it, blah, 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 you're a nobody. And I'm like, it's true, I am a nobody. But according to my Social Blade data, out of the 1.3 billion users on YouTube in 2017, I was in the top 200 million in terms of viewers and subscribers and all that stuff. So therefore, there is 1.1 billion more people on Earth below me than I am on the totem pole. So by stepping on me, you're stepping on over 1 billion other people. I want you to think about that. Like, how many of those people actually use YouTube other than watching videos? Most of them, yeah, several hundred million, sure, are only ones on YouTube. Like, they might have like one video, and they uploaded it like 5 years ago, but they still make up that 1.3 billion people. And when you step on the little guy, on any of us, you're stepping on all of them. So it's not me saying, why me, why me? I'm like, why us? That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't care if you step on mine. Yeah, you stomped on any aspirations I had for 4 years or so, and, you know, I'm at the mercy of anybody willing to support me through donations, you know, like to help me get these videos up, because it costs money to upload to YouTube. It costs power, energy, all that stuff, time, resources, all these things to make these videos. And, you know, to be honest with you, I didn't get famous because of somebody else. My first, 60 subscribers came from the guy that got me into making my channel in the first place, the one that helped me make it. He gave me a little stimulus package of those subscribers, and by now, pretty much all those subscribers are gone. I'll even tell you, the guy that got me on, his name's Tactical Bacon 00, so go look him up. He hasn't really been active in quite a while, but he's the one that got me doing YouTube the way I do. Like, his most famous stuff was when he was doing Spelunky every day. He did the Daily Mind series, and it was really funny because he'd be a smartass doing it the whole time. But, you know, he's a little guy. I'm a little guy. My buddy JC's a little guy. He's on Twitch, and he's a lot more famous on Twitch than I am. I'm more famous on YouTube than him, and we're using famous as a very, very, very loose term. So, yeah, like, we are the little guys. We are marginalized, and then big bad business decisions decide to, oh, well, we're going to penalize everyone because of one idiot, basically. Honestly, I think these people should not be allowed to be on YouTube. If you make one mistake and you're famous, it's a lot different making a mistake when you're a nobody than when you're famous. When you become that big and popular, you should be held to a much higher standard than the little guy. Like, if it wasn't Logan Paul and it was some guy that had 10,000 subscribers, it would have fell through the cracks the same way, but it wouldn't have been noticed near as quick. And the guy would have been banned from YouTube in a heartbeat if they got caught. Like, the fact that this guy was Jake Paul's brother, being one of the biggest names in YouTube right now for whatever unimaginable reason, these guys are famous. I don't understand. I've seen their videos and I thought they were the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like when you play Jenga with pieces of wood big enough to kill a human being from falling the height they were in, you have no business being on YouTube because you're showing kids it's okay to be stupid. And that's not okay. I'm a father. I have an almost 1-year-old daughter, and I don't think that's cool. Honestly, if I was alone with them, I would give them a piece of my mind. And, you know, because I don't want my kid growing up thinking doing stupid stuff is okay. I want her growing up with a scraped knee, sure, but not a full-on brain a concussion because she got hit with a freaking life-size version of Jenga. Or go into the suicide force and record a poor person that had severe problems. Because remember, bipolar is manic and depression. I've thought about killing myself unimaginable amounts of times. I always wonder what it's like when I'm gone, what the world's going to be like. And I started doing YouTube to kind of fight that. And it's helped. It's helped a lot. And then meeting my fiance and then having our beautiful little girl, that helped a lot more too. That gave me a reason to keep fighting. And you know, every single day, it's a struggle for people like that. And, you know, I can feel fine, but, you know, always in the back of my mind, something dark comes up. And, you know, like, this guy just showcased what it's like when someone does that and basically made fun of it. And that's unacceptable. This person should be locked up in jail, what I think. He should be in jail for that. Because he just showed however many followers he had, probably in the millions, that suicide's funny, effectively. He showed that, oh, it's no big deal someone killed himself. What about that guy's family? What about his friends? And if it was real, less than 1,000 people kill themselves in the suicide force a year. Less than 100, if I'm not mistaken. And they go round up all the time looking for bodies. And it would be very easy to pinpoint who that person was. You just got to go by who went missing and if they had any issues. If they didn't show up for work that day, if you could figure out what time the body was found and how decayed it was or whatever, you know, forensic science, it'd be pretty easy to figure out who the person in the video was. And then that family could have a field day with that guy. That guy, I don't care what you guys say, you could be a Jake Paul fan, you could be anything. That guy is a piece of crap and deserves to be in prison for that. Because all you did was cause someone mental anguish that was unnecessary. This person killed themselves. That was already bad enough for him and his family and his friends. And then you go over there to a country where you don't understand their cultures, you don't understand any of that stuff, and then you do something that culturally insensitive. YouTube reacted the way it did because you painted a bad picture for them. And they should have done something, but to penalize every single person, I don't think so. And then on top of that, even before this demonetization thing happened, if you had a video demonetized, you'd have to have 1,000+ views on it, if not 10,000 in some cases, just to get it reviewed and wait 2-3 weeks or so before they would say, oh, you can monetize that. And so what you're doing is you're pushing out all the people with creative insight. When you're on YouTube long enough, you start running out of ideas. You have to team up with people to come up with stuff. Most people don't get huge on YouTube on their own. They have to collaborate with other people. And if you decrease the talent pool like you're trying to do by pushing the little guys out, then that talent pool shrinks and shrinks and shrinks until you're in a little puddle and you're trying to be a whale inside a said puddle and you're in the middle of the desert. How long is that whale going to survive? YouTube is the whale. And you pushed all the water out. You had an ocean, now you're in a puddle. That's what you're doing. All because of people like that. You let everybody get screwed over because just a handful of people, less than 10% of all YouTubers have more than 10,000 viewers. Like on average, like their view times are not that big. Unless you have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, then you have that 4,000 hours easily. And you know, I'm at 2,450, I think, like 2,450 if my memory serves. And that's with 4.5 years of work to get there. So, yeah, like, it's not acceptable. It's inexcusable. And it's insulting, you know, to be frank. And, like, you know, you can call me a crybaby, you can call me whatever you want, but I'm speaking not just for myself. Like, I find things to keep myself occupied, but not everyone is like that. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if several people have offed themselves already, knowing that this was all they had. YouTube was all they had. That was the only piece of sanity they had left. They probably had a bad household or something. They could have had the same issues I did, or still have, rather, but have no way to get it out. And I hope you guys can live with yourself on that. Like, if someone did die because of this, I hope you guys can live with that. I hope you live with it for a very long time. I really do. I mean, I don't like people with ad block, but now, you know what? I'm not making money off of it. Almost no one is. So, ad block away. You know, like, you're not hurting the creators any more than YouTube already has. You know, like, you've hurt the people that gave you life, YouTube. You've hurt them bad. And now, you've given companies like Twitch and Dailymotion and everything every chance in the world to destroy you. Like, most of us YouTubers are switching over to Twitch, and they're even working on a YouTube-like system for us to store our videos on. And Twitch is the biggest thing being watched now, right behind freaking YouTube. So, you know, all the gaming channels, they record on Twitch first, usually. And then they go to YouTube as their backup. And now Twitch is like, well, you know what, we're big enough, we can start storing it on our own. And their terms and conditions are a lot less strict than YouTube's are. So by screwing over the little guys, you effectively have killed yourselves. And I hope you people that caused this to happen live with themselves like this forever. Because you've ruined something for so many people. You had to take everyone's fun away because you thought you were untouchable. And honestly, you're absolutely pathetic. And yeah, that's all I can say about you. Like, you have no value to me as a human being if you are going to go into a freaking forest where people are known to kill themselves and make fun of that. Like, you aren't a human being to me. And I really do hope that you suffer for what you've done. I hope you have to live for a long time understanding what you did, how it was wrong, and what you've done. And I hope the family that that person finds you and points out what that person was and all that stuff. And if it was a prank, you are very sick. And people like you are sick. Like, how ashamed of you is your family, or are your families? And I could say the same thing to the company that decided to knee-jerk reaction against it. You burnt what gave you life. You gave these people all the media attention you could possibly give them. They got high off of it. Because this one video, this dude's probably riding cloud 9, even though he says he's sorry, he's probably not. And that's how it goes. But since my computer's dying, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here instead of talking for another hour. So that's it, guys. All I can say is I do have a Patreon account. I've got a PayPal. I've got all that stuff. If you want to support my channel, I would appreciate it greatly. That would help me keep motivated, first of all, and to afford the utilities to upload the videos, because we constantly go over our data every single month, because the house I live in, everyone has a phone, a game console, all that stuff. But yeah, so any donations are greatly appreciated. My Patreon does give you guys special bonuses, like if you like my Space Engineer stuff, there's one-on-one gaming sessions, there's workshops I'm wanting to teach and everything on how to build a better ship, all that kind of stuff. So check that out if you're interested. And like I said, I'm not going to beg for money, but every bit helps. And what I want more than anything is this video to be shared. I want you guys to share this video to as many people as you can, and hopefully we can actually stand up to the juggernaut that is YouTube and save the platform we love before it completely destroys itself. Like, really, I really hope that we can save YouTube. Because, you know, like, what's a world without YouTube? To most people. But that being said, guys, I thank you so much for watching this. And if you like it, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. leave comments down below. Let's get a conversation rolling. And like I said, every little bit helps if you want to help. So with that, I'm signing off. You guys have a good one. I'll see you next time. And cutting audio here.